I knew something was going on right away. And I remember waking up one morning and Dad was gone. Wait a second, we have things to do today. And I asked my mom where he went, and she said that he had to go out to New Jersey to visit the family. And it wasn't until later that I found out the story. I'm Lieutenant Courtney Slater, and my family survived suicide. My Uncle Robert was he was the fun uncle. He would wrestle around. They lived near the beach out in Jersey, which was always fun. He's the one he always called. He always wanted us out there. He took us to the beach all the time. I don't know what it was, but my uncle and I have always been close. He had lived this glamorous life. And when I say glamorous, he's the type, he took his wife to Paris to propose to her on top of the Eiffel Tower. He wanted to go above and beyond and support his family, and he felt a lot of pressure to do so, that he had to live up to a certain life. And he wasn't able to maintain that. He put on this facade that that's what he could do, he's always going to be able to do it. And when crunch time came, the finances started to crumble. His business started to crumble, and he had that experience that I'm sure many Americans can relate with of, oh my gosh, I'm going bankrupt. I have a wife who's used to a certain living style, standard of living. I have two beautiful kids that I have to support, and my world is falling apart. I can't financially provide for them. You know, my wife deserves better, my kids deserve better. I feel like I'm failing. And that feeling of self-worth and just he wasn't good enough is ultimately what led to a really dark moment in our family's life. He came home from school and we had a class on suicide. And I had been listening to everyone else in the class, and people are talking about, oh, that's so selfish. You know, people that commit suicide, they're just selfish people. They're not thinking about anyone but themselves. And as a very young, impressionable person, I'm like, yeah, you're right. Like, that is so selfish. You know, why would anyone do that? Think about everyone else that they're leaving behind. Like, they've got to be crazy to think that that's what they have to do. When I came home and I was talking to my parents about it and telling them about this class, and my dad got really emotional and he ended up leaving. And my mom kind of sat me down and told me that my uncle had tried to commit suicide. I felt ashamed of what I had said. And my mom kind of looked at me and said, what if I was feeling that way? That I needed to take my own life. And I hear people around me talking, oh, that's selfish, that's selfish. I wouldn't want to talk to anybody and say, hey, this is how I'm feeling. I don't want to be judged or meant to feel ashamed. And I understood after talking to my mom how I thought about suicide and how I talk about suicide matters. It matters not just for my own internal processing, but it matters to the people around us that may be struggling with it, and how they hear us talk about it can very much influence whether or not they want to come forward. You are not weak if you're thinking of suicide. You're not weak. You're just in a tough spot. And the strongest thing you can do is to say, I'm not okay, and to ask for help. And I think just the family culture of being open and non-judgmental opened that door for my uncle to get help. When you're in a moment of, I've got a drink in one hand, I have my loaded weapon in another, and you're sobbing, you feel hopeless, who are you going to call? Are you going to call someone that openly says, hey, you're selfish, for feeling this way, or are you going to call someone that you know isn't going to judge? And they're going to be there. And my family was able to be that for my uncle. It took years for everything to fully bounce back for him, but he did. And that was huge. And looking back, we can see, like, he's rebounded 10 times over. He had 2 kids at the time. Now he has 4. You know, one just graduated from college this year. The other's at UCLA. One is off to Boston as a freshman. His other is a junior in high school. Like, his family is thriving. He has bounced back financially. He's living his dream. He's still with his wife, who we just love and adore and respect so much for holding on during those really tough times. And we don't say it out loud, but we all know that, you know, he was able to recover because we all came together and we helped and we supported and we truly loved unconditionally. If he hadn't have had us there, or if he hadn't have been able to put all pride aside and reach out for help even in that last moment effort, then he wouldn't have had the opportunity to recover like he did. Make yourself someone that someone can go to and not feel judged and not feel like you're going to shame them out of feeling the way that they are. You know, you may not be able to fix whatever it is in their life that's going wrong that's causing them to feel that way, but you can contribute to everything else in their life. So they know that, hey, if this one piece isn't worth living for, I've got all these other things that are. And that's important to hold on to. And if you're not sure how to do that, find someone else that can.